Good evening, parents. So here we are again, right? How are you doing tonight? Are you ready to take on another week? I'm posting a link for a pretty cool activity in the description today, but more on that in just a second. So in my home right now, I am really feeling pulled in a lot of directions. Even my teenage daughter came into my office to curl up silently on the floor by my feet while I was working this week. I assumed that it was just out of that natural desire for the safety of a parent's presence. With the closure of schools for this academic year, even though it was anticipated, it just brought things to another level of reality that this situation, it's not going away. For those of you whose kids aren't in school yet, well, you're probably just thinking, welcome to the club. Given the outlook for this situation to go on for a while, here are two things that I hope can help you lead your kids faithfully this week. And the first one's hard to say, but put work in its place. I'm right there with you on this one. The time that I spend doing things that affirm my ability to contribute productively to society, it passes the time and it supports my sense of worth. And I hate to even say this, but it can be an escape from the very real uncertainty of leading my family well. We're all at risk of overfunctioning to maintain our sense of control and worth, and it makes sense in a tanking economy to want to prove how invaluable we are to our employers. But we have to find some balance, which leads to number 2. Take small but repeated opportunities to invest in your relationship with your kids. Back in teacher training, I read about how memory is made in the human brain. Did you know that it is best through repetition, not duration, that memories are solidified? It's tempting to think that if we don't have time to spend a whole hour or a whole afternoon playing with or building Lego with our kids, that it doesn't count. But actually, if you invest 5 minutes of time several times a day or a week in their childhood memories, they're going to remember that you always played with them. Of course, there's always going to be milestone moments that kids especially remember, whether it's holidays or unfortunately hard things. But you actually have a tremendous amount of influence on how your kids will remember their family and their childhood. And one of the ridiculous things about our relationship with our kids is that what we do that gives them a sense of safety and joy, it has a remarkable impact on giving us a sense of safety and joy too. You'll be building those memories too, and maybe you'll even be able to see yourself as that parent who always played with their kids. I've posted a link in the description to a time capsule tool. It can also provide some structure for your family to solidify their memories of what this world-altering season was like for you. Keep in mind that once you've overcome this season of pandemic and quarantine, your whole family is going to be able to look back on these days and know that they have far more strength and resilience than they might otherwise have realized they had. And that's powerful. So we want to capture that. Like the stones that God told Joshua to pull out of the Jordan River as they crossed into the Promised Land. He told them, "Go into the middle of the Jordan, in front of the ark of the Lord your God. Each of you must pick up one stone and carry it out on your shoulder. 12 stones in all, one for each of the 12 tribes of Israel. We will use these stones to build a memorial. In the future, your children will ask you, 'What do these stones mean?' Then you can tell them. They remind us that the Jordan River stopped flowing when the Ark of the Lord's covenant went across. These stones will stand as a memorial among the people of Israel forever." You'll find the link to the time capsule in the description. God be with you and your children this week.